What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sneaker Huddle. I'm your host, John Dunlap. In today's video, we have some Yeezys that are going to be dropping any minute now. In today's video, we're going to be talking about where you can buy these sneakers, what time they're going to be dropping, how you're going to know if you possibly receive a shock drop or exclusive access, where to find it, all the release details for these 15 Yeezys that are going to be dropping any minute. Now, first and foremost, before we get into the Yeezy sneaker releases that are going to be going down over the next few weeks, please do subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We would love to have you as part of the Sneaker Huddle family. We're always making on-foot sneaker reviews and upcoming sneaker release information and sneaker news, and we would just love to have you as part of the family. So these are kind of like the good old days. We're going to be talking about how to cop, and back upon very popular request, we're also going to be talking about resale predictions. And the only reason we're going to bring back resale predictions is because things are a little iffy in the water right now in terms of the resale market, and with Yeezys coming back for the first time in a very, very long time, a lot of people are curious to see how the market will fall, and resellers out there are wondering which pairs should I go after and which pairs should I stay away from. So we're going to kind of talk about that in today's video. So if you also enjoy that, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and also drop a comment and let us know of all these Yeezys that are going to be dropping, which one's going to be the ones that you are after. Which a lot of people are probably like, hey, I'm going to go after the ones that you say are of more value. And also you can use the value guide just as some of the more pairs that are going to be more difficult to cop, and also in terms of hype, which ones are the more hyped colorways that are going to be out there. So without further ado, guys, all the chit chat, be sure to subscribe. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, Adidas did put out a statement, but I'm going to sort through all this and let you guys know pretty much the more important details of it instead of just reading the entire thing. Now, where are these Yeezys going to be dropping? They will officially drop exclusively to adidas.com/Yeezy, and also Adidas Confirmed. So if you're one of those people out there and you deleted the Adidas Confirmed app, you probably should run to the App Store immediately and download it ASAP. Now, when are these Yeezys going to start dropping? Adidas has hinted that sales will exclusively start on May 31st, which is going to be the very last day of the month, and they will carry over into June. Now, the next thing is, how will they release these sneakers? They will release them through two ways. There'll be scheduled drops, there'll also be shock drops, and there'll also be exclusive access. And to know exactly when the shock drops go down, and also if access has been sent out, I'll pretty much be like, hey, check for exclusive access, and one of two things: you'll either see exclusive access has been sent out to you or not. Now, there's two ways that you could go about this. One, you could pay around $50 for a cook group to have monitors when exclusive access does go out, which is going to be a little costly. Or two, you can follow us on Twitter and enable post notifications, and we will let you guys know every single time exclusive access or a shock drop goes out on Adidas Confirm or adidas.com/Yeezy. And also, as a community here, there's always people tagging me at Sneaker Huddle on Twitter and say, hey, I just got exclusive access for this, and I'll pretty much just retweet it to let you guys know that, hey, shock drop just happened for this, or exclusive access just happened for this, because then that way we can kind of let each other know and help each other out as a community. So that's how you'll know when and where these are going to be dropping. Now, if you follow our Twitter account, this is going to be some new info. We are starting to put valuable info out on Instagram. So if you're already following us on Twitter, you subscribe to the channel, or maybe you're none of the above, be sure to follow us on Instagram. Also, I'll leave the link to that in the description. We would greatly appreciate it. If you are interested to every single Yeezy that's going to be dropping going forward, we have made a list for the entire year of 2023. I will link it right there. It's all Yeezys 2023. Be sure to check it out. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into these 15 Yeezys that are going to be dropping, and we're also going to talk about how profitable each one will be, and also the profitability guide will be which ones are going to be more difficult to cop. First up, a fan favorite, the Adidas Yeezy 350 in the Pirate Black colorway. Now, the fact that we haven't seen these drop in a very, very long time, expect these to be, of course, very profitable. Second sneaker that's going to be dropping, the Yeezy 350 V2 Onyx. Now, when it comes to how difficult these are going to be, it's really tough to say, because when these initially dropped, they were very, very super easy to get, and they were pretty much a brick. And over time, demand has increased, and the prices of these are a little crazy right now, where they are very profitable at the moment. So depending on what stock is, this one could go either way. But if this is the last Yeezys ever, then of course this will be a very, very good hold. So most likely, to make it simple, what will happen with the Onyx colorway would be my guess is that they won't do so well initially, but 6 months down the road, they'll do okay. Next up, the Yeezy 350 V2 Zebra. And the Zebra has restocked many of times. And a lot of people have already added this colorway to their collection. And I would not expect these to do too well, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be difficult to cop if you are looking to double up, triple up, quadruple up, or just add another to have just a crispy pair on deck, but would expect them to go just above retail. And of course, I mean that after fees. Next, the Adidas Yeezy 500 Utility Black. And this one's kind of a sleeper, especially in the base sizes, but I would expect these to do well and be profitable. Just because we haven't seen this colorway a whole lot in the past, so I think people are excited to try to add a crispy pair on deck. And next up, a new color, the Yeezy 350 V2 Carbon Beluga. These were referred to on the internet for a very long time as the dark beluga, and Adidas officially released a colorway and it's Carbon Beluga. Now the fact that the belugas and the reflective variant are slightly above retail after fees, of course, once again, when I say, above retail, I mean after fees. I wouldn't expect this Carbon Beluga to do anything crazy, but I do think that they're once again going to be like the Zebras, where they're not such great of a margin, but they're going to be difficult to get just because this is a new colorway. And also, once again, that depends on stock, which the fact that there's been so many early pairs out and about, I think stock's probably going to be pretty hefty. And also, if you're interested to a review and a first look at these, the Pirate Blacks and also the MX Grays, which are not going to be dropping now, but they're going to drop in the future, we have done a video on that, which is a very first exclusive look. Be sure to check it out right there. Next up, the Adidas Yeezy 450 in the Stone Teal colorway. Now, of course, for all 450s, I would say these are going to be one of the easier pickups of all the sneakers that are going to be dropping, and these are going to be personal. Next up, another sneaker that'll fall within the same category, the Adidas Yeezy 380 Covelite. And now getting to the 700s, first up, the Yeezy 700 Salt. And I would expect the larger sizes, the common sizes, to be a pretty easy pickup, but when it comes to the base sizes 7 and under, would expect those to sell out quickly, and it's possible that those could have pretty decent resale margins. And same thing goes for this next sneaker, the Yeezy 700 Tephra. Now this is a colorway that I've never had before, and it's one that I've always been on the fence about, and this might be the time that if I get lucky enough, I might pick it up to see if I do like them on foot. Nonetheless, a super clean colorway, but I do think those sizes 7 and under are going to be the ones that people are going to go for first, and then the larger sizes, common sizes, will be a little easier to pick up. Now, getting to the foam runners, first up is the Yeezy foam runner in the clay taupe colorway. Now, when it comes to the demand on these, demand's going to be pretty high, especially since summertime is here. So would expect these in all sizes to have a little bit of profit. And this foam runner is personally my favorite of all the foam runners that are going to be dropping this go round. Once again, we have a bunch of other ones that are going to be dropping throughout the year. Be sure to check out all Yeezys 2023 once you're done here with the video, and also the review of the Carbon Belugas, Pirate Blacks, MX Grays. But this MX Brown colorway, super clean. I really love it. Hope I can add these to my personal collection, but I think all sizes are going to be a go for a personal pickup, and also for you resellers out there, I think all sizes are going to do well. And the last foam runner that's going to be dropping this go round for the first few next weeks here, of course we will have more drops, but the Stone Salt colorway, once again, I think all sizes are going to do well for all foam runners. Now the first slide, a brand new colorway of a slide that I think is going to do extremely well, and that is the Adidas Yeezy slide in this brand new Azure colorway. And since summertime is here, the slides have not dropped in a very long time. Demand is possibly at an all-time high, and I think these are going to do really well in all sizes. And also dropping alongside the Azure colorway is going to be the Yeezy slide Onyx, and I would expect the exact same scenario for the Azure to go down for this Onyx colorway. Going to be very difficult to cop. Now, to simplify things, I know that was a whole lot of info, but I have done a top releases, and this top releases is what I think is going to sell out the quickest, from 1 all the way through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's pretty much the top 9 releases, and I'm going to cut it off at 7. So what I mean by the top 7 is I think the top 7 are the Yeezys that are more difficult to cop, and then 8 and 9 are just honorable mentions that have possibility of doing well. So first up, needless to say, the Adidas Yeezy 350 pirate black. Kind of a no-brainer there. Coming in at number 2, the Yeezy Slide Azure. Coming in at number 3, the Yeezy Slide Onyx. Coming in at number 4, the Yeezy Foam Runner in the MX Brown Blue colorway. And coming in at number 5, another foam runner, the Yeezy Foam Runner in the Stone Salt colorway. And foam runners are continuing. Up to number 6, I have the Yeezy Foam Runner in the Clay Taupe colorway. Now getting to number 7, this is the one that I think is last on the list in terms of safe for profitability, especially in today's sneaker market, and that is the brand new Yeezy 350 V2 in the Carbon Beluga colorway. And number 8 and 9, like mentioned previously already, are kind of iffy and they could go either way. And that is of course the Yeezy 350 V2 Onyx, and also alongside it the Yeezy 500 Utility Black. So we've talked about how you can cop these to know exactly when the shock drops go down on Adidas.com, Yeezy and Yeezy confirmed, Adidas confirmed. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, enable post notifications. And if you haven't followed us on Instagram, definitely do so. We're going to be dropping some updates and info there, and enable post notifications also on Instagram, so you can always stay in the loop for shock drops, upcoming sneaker releases. And that's pretty much all the details that I can think of in today's video. We've talked about resale, where these going to be dropping, when they're expected to drop. But let us know now, of all these releases, what's going to be your top 3, my top 3. You already know what it is. Those were pretty much my list there in the video, and also in terms of, you know, which ones that are going to be more profitable. But that sums it up for today's episode of Sneaker Huddle. Thank you so much for tuning in to another one. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out those videos right there for all Yeezys 2023.